Hello people, my name is P4wny and I want to present you today Blizzard's new expansion Goblin versus Gnome, and we're gonna clarify the question today. Are you a freaking Goblin or a Gnome? I mean, I think I should be a Gnome since I played one of those in World of Warcraft. But yeah, let's go through all the new cards and look into all the things that are happening, because you can buy the new packs with gold, so there's not gonna be an extra Ramos again. But let's just look through everything. We're gonna check here on Hearthstone. There's a whole new thing with BlizzCon news, all cards, collectible, deck builder, everything. So pretty cool. We're gonna have Goblin versus Gnomes. There are already around 38 cards out of 120 new cards released. That's freaking awesome. Definitely looking forward to talk to all the cards. There's a trailer with a really funny song. I love it a lot. You can already see some gameplay from Blizzard itself released. And there's gonna be a new game board with, well, there are going to be new features to click on, to add. We also get the new card packs. Those are the Goblin versus Gnome card packs. And you can buy them with gold. So start Arena now. That's really, really important because that are the packs. And we're going to get a new card pack, hopefully, for Goblin versus Gnomes. That shouldn't be a problem. But now, the most important thing, let's look into the cards. Are they good? Are they any cool? Or are they super crazy? I heard there's going to be a lot of RNG in Goblin versus Gnome. So let's look into the matter and start with a Neutron 1/2 Taunt Divine Shield. That sounds like Northshire Footman 1/2 for 1 without Divine Shield. Not that good of a card. Can be interesting with a Blood Knight, but yeah, not much to talk about that. Blinktron 3000 for 5 or 3/4. Equip a random weapon for each player. Battle Cry. If you're turn 7 and you hold a ooze, you can play Blinktron, get him a weapon, ooze the weapon. So you could give him, I don't know, can you give him an Ashbringer, corrupted Ashbringer? You can give him a Gorehowl. You can give him Fiery War Axe. That's like, you don't want that. You can give him an Assassin's Blade. So equip a random weapon for each player, only if you have a ooze in your hand. I think that's going to be super funny to play. I'm definitely going to play that in my Voria deck. We get the Bomb Blobber. That's the second Mad Bomber. We have a third Mad Bomber too. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy minion. That's 4 damage at once, not like 1, 2, 3, 4. That can be really good. I mean, you play it for in turn 5, 3/3. 4 damage, you can kill someone ASAP, but he's only a 3/3. So use him in a deck where you only go for control, I guess. Like you play something like Spell Damage, Miracle Rogue, something like that, and you play Bomb Blubber. I don't think he's going to be that great. We got the Boombot, deal 1 to 4 damage to a random enemy. Well, it's a better Leper Gnome. Only 1/1 does only 1 damage, but I mean, if it does 4 damage, it dealt 5 damage tops, 6 damage tops, can be possible. So Boombot can be really interesting if you play a rush deck, especially because it's a mech. He synergizes with a Cockmaster, for example. We're gonna see that later. Then we got the Bouncing Blade. I love that. Ugh, that's so awesome. Deal 1 damage to a random minion, repeat it until a minion dies. So your enemy is playing, I don't know, your enemy is playing as 4/5 minion and a 4/5 minion, and you play Bouncing Blades, and it's gonna be 1 damage, 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 and then 1 dies. You could deal 5 damage to 1 minion, but you could get both minions down to 1 and then kill 1. So Bouncing Blade's really interesting, especially if your enemy has, I don't know, Divine Shield stuff and everything too, like bam, 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 and you can clear almost the whole board together with a Whirlwind. So for Voria, that's like the new Brawl, something like the new Brawl. Okay, that's an advertisement. Clockwork Giant costs 1 less for each card in your opponent's hand, 12. So you play a mill deck, you play a Druid Mill with Naturalize, and the Grimscale Oracle. You like, give him 2 cards, you naturalize something, give him 4 cards. If it goes really good for you, you can give him so many cards early on that you can play like turn 5 or something. That would be really nice. If you give him like insta 10 cards, it only costs 2. So like, yeah, burn your enemy a hole in his face, especially against Handlock or Control. He will be super worth it. He's like, oh yeah, Giant turn 4. Oh yeah, Clockwork Giant turn 2, something like that. It's like, and he's getting wrecked. They're really interesting, especially it's epic. You can play 2 of those. Clockwork Gnome, Death Rattle, add a spare part card to your hand. Well, I don't have a clue what a spare part card is, but yeah. For 2-1 for 1 with a bonus effect, never bad. And it's Death Rattle, so we're playing Undertaker decks again, more and more Death Rattle. Cockmaster, +2 attack while you have a mech. Together with the 1-1 bombs, for example, in the rush deck, you play the random bomb that dies and deals a lot of damage, and coin out the Cockmaster. That's a 3-2 and a 1-1, 4 damage on turn 2, plus the maybe 4 damage from the bomb. Get rushed. Dr. Boom! Legendary! Summon 2 1-1 Boombots. Boombots may explode. Boombots were the bots we were talking about. So you play 7-7 and you get potential 2 damage from the bots plus maybe 8 damage from their Death Rattle. So, wow. If you just play him in a rush deck, he's like, you play Zulog and then you play Dr. Boom and you get like a 7-7 with 2 Boombots. Or in a Hunter, for example, you brought him really down and then you just kill him easily because of the explosions. What? I like it. Because he's Dr. Boom. Enhance O Meccano. 3-2-4-4. Battlecry. Give your other minions. All your other minions. Wind Fury Taunt or Divine Shield at random. Yeah. Zulog or Hunted Creepers. You play Hunted Creepers. The Ooze. So you get like Echoing Ooze. You get like a lot of minions. 4 minions. 5 minions until turn 4. And then you play Enhance O Meccano and get Wind Fury Taunts and Divine Shields. It's like... the whole board shatters into oblivion. Another advertisement. We got the Explosive Sheep. I like that when I saw it. You can play it with Undertaker together, or you just play it in a Warrior, in a Rogue, and it's Death Rattle deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. So you can play 1-1 and then run it into something. You can play it in a Warrior with the charge guy. That for 3 that charges everything, for example. Or you can play it in general with charge. Could be really funny. But the Explosive Sheep can slow down an enemy deck hardcore. So it's really anti-rushy. Explosive Sheep 2 damage. Not like Unstable Ghoul 1 damage. 2 damage to everything. That could be really funny. Gnomish Experimenter. Battlecry. Draw a card. If it's a minion, transform it into a chicken. Well, spell heavy deck. That's my only explanation. It's a 3-2. You play like a really spell-heavy deck, and you could play him, but it's still super risky. You might draw your Maligos chicken. GG. So I don't think anyone's going to play him. Goblin Blast Mage. If you control a mech, deal 4 damage randomly split among enemy characters. Huge. I mean, you saw so many mechs. We get like mech. So you get like Boombots, Goblin Blast Mage, and then deal 4 damage to enemy characters. So that's pretty awesome. You can deal, wow. I like the Goblin Blast Mage. I mean, it's 5-4, so it's a Yeti killer, but it only has 4 HP, so it might just get swiped. It might just get Raz hero powered, for example, Frostbolt hero power. But still, 4 damage with a Battlecry, 4-4, 5-4. If an enemy counters with a Yeti, it dies. So that's super cool. I like it. And there's a Matter Bomber. Battlecry, 6 damage randomly split between all other characters. A 5-4, 4-5. 5-4 is a Harrison Jones, but he deals 6 frigging damage. So if there's only one enemy, it can get killed, but it's characters, so it can go onto the player also. Still super great. Because it's especially all other characters. So it can harm yourself too. You should play him on an empty board on your side. Your max costs 1 less, Mech Warper. You coin him out. And you can play the bombs for so wow, that's a huge rush deck. You go like coin Mech Warper and then Boombots, like for 1 they cost 0, and other stuff. So they're like so wow, they cost like nothing. You can swarm your enemy with 3 minions turn 1, and then you play like Grimskull Oracle, draw the cards, and continue melting your enemy. We get Mech Engineer Thermoplug. Whenever an enemy minion dies, summon a leper gnome. Whenever an enemy minion dies, summon a leper gnome. So you have a huge board, then you summon the Mech Engineer, Thermoplug, and kill everything and get a lot of gnomes, and he just dies because he's getting 2 damage from every gnome. You could have an Explosive Sheep out with a lot of minions, play him, run all your stuff and except the Explosive Sheep, and then ooh. Wow. that Can hurt. We get the Micro Machine at the start of each turn, gain 1 attack. That's a better shade of or a lesser shade of Nexramas, only 1 attack. Can still be interesting. Summon a random 2-cost minion. That's Rattle. I like it. I mean, it can summon. I saw it. It can summon a Doomsayer 2, but 2-cost minions, so it can be a lot of Death Rattle stuff. You could play, it's summon, that's important. You could play the Undertaker and the Piloted Shredder. Piloted Shredder dies, summons a Death Rattle minion, and the Undertaker gets buffed by that. So there is some cool combos possible. I like the RNG effect, but it's 4-3, 4-4, it gets Rast. So the 4 attack is not so good, and the 3 HP, yeah. Piloted Sky Goblin, Death Rattle summon a random 4-cost minion. Could be good, but for 6, a 6-4, there are better cards. Even though he's 2 minions. But if he gets silenced and easy killed, he's not worth it. So a lot of silences in the next episode edition. Only play silence. But he's still interesting. Recombulator. For 2, 3-2, transform a friendly minion into a random minion with the same cost. Okay, you play a Yeti. And you transform a friendly minion into a random minion with the same cost. So a Yeti could get something cool, or a 5-drop, a random 5-drop. For example, I don't know, something that's not good. A Booty Bay Bodyguard. You're not gonna play it, but you could transform a Booty Bay Bodyguard into Starlock or Fugin, for example. He has a random minion with the same cost into everything. The only good thing is you have a minion. Let's say Ace's Snapjaw. It took some damage, it's 2-3, and then you transform it. And you can choose the minion. You transform into a random minion. Okay, Shrinkmeister. Battlecry, give a minion -2 attack this turn. I think that's really great. I'm missing those cards because you play him. Okay, you start. Drop a 1-drop. He drops nothing. You drop a 2-drop. He drops a 2-drop. You play Shrinkmeister. He plays like a 2-3. You Shrinkmeister him, give him a 1 attack, 0 attack, and kill him with your 2-drop. So that could be really interesting. Nice priest card. I like it a lot. You get the Sneed's Old Shredder. Summon a random legendary minion, and that's huge. All the legendary minions. I mean, he's 5-7, that's not good, but he can summon 4-8 a random legendary minion. If you innervate him out, it can get really, really nasty because, yeah, only 5-7, but 5-7. And he's a mech. I'm not sure if I like him by now, but you could Shaman, Ancestral Spirit Rebirth. Baron Rivendire. Oh god. Baron Rivendire, then you Ancestral Spirit him, and then you Rebirth him. You get the double Death Rattle effect. No, you should get the double Death Rattle effect. You get him back. You get 2 legendaries, 2 new legendaries on the board, and Sneed's Old Shredder again. Good lord. No, you get 2 Sneeds, correct? You get 2 Sneeds because it's double Death Rattle. You get 2 Sneeds, 2 legendaries. Oh good lord, that's too huge. The Spider Tank, a 3-4 for 3, a mech is okay. Could be if you play the mech for 2 that lessens the cost for 1 for every mech. Interesting. But the other one blasted me away totally. We get Upgrade, Repair Bot, Battlecry, give a friendly mech +4 health. Wow, for 5/5/5 and you give someone +4 health. Huge. Like it. Love it. No more comments. Love it. And there's the Annoyatron again. So we went through all the cards, and now we have to decide, are we a gnome or are we a goblin? What do you think, guys? Where are you going to be? Definitely comment under the section here. We get a lot of gnome cards, we get a lot of mech cards, we get a lot of goblins. I think the shredder cards are goblins. So if we go reacher perspective, the goblin cards are goblins. The shredder cards are goblins. I'm definitely a goblin now because Sneed's Old Shredder was a shaman. Just blasted me away. Wow, the new expansion is going to be really huge, and I'm definitely looking forward to play that. I hope you're going to farm some gold in Arena too, because you should buy those cards, and they're going to be so many awesome decks. Really interesting what cards we're going to have. And if you like our video here, if you like our talk about the new expansion in Blizzard, consider subscribing here on the channel. We're gonna have more shows in the future. Tomorrow there's gonna be the Pony Weekly again, where we talk about the last week and the upcoming week. What are we going to stream? What happened in my life and everything. On Wednesday we're gonna continue with our Warrior series. Really getting interesting, especially as soon as the new cards are here. For example, the Bouncing Blaze. Our warrior just gets better, or the minion here, equip a random weapon. That can be really, really interesting if you draw on turn 10, also with Harrison Jones. So yeah, if you like what we do here, subscribe here on YouTube. Also follow me on my other social media channels. I would love to see you again, guys. Leave a comment if you want to see other stuff. If you want to know, like, if you want to see a example deck with the new cards, we can do that also. That's not a problem. So guys, peace, love, and bear hugs. See you soon again, and I'm out.